On this special episode of the Roadcast, we team up with local artist Anna Gilbert at a remote location on the banks of the Columbia to enjoy Songs by the River. You'll get a chance to hear a song from the artists themselves, a quick interview where they talk about what it's like to perform again, and even a little story behind the songs that they'll sing. If you get a twinge of FOMO, there's another one coming. In the meantime, enjoy. Anna, thanks for joining us on the Roadcast on this insanely beautiful evening.
Yes.
Hot.
Yes.
We're right ahead of 111, so we're 90-degree heat, but we're close to the river.
Yes. There's currently a ship driving by.
There's currently a barge.
There's a barge.
Listener, you can't see, but take it from us. It's amazing. Anyways, We are in an amazing setting.
Yep.
Maybe we just start a little bit about what's it been like through COVID for you?
Yeah.
I know you have two endeavors.
Yep.
And what's it been like?
Yeah.
For a lot of people, I was just talking to Haley, it's this is some of her first shows.
Yeah.
Through the pandemic. So
yeah.
Curious what it's been like for you.
Yeah, so we were, full steam with Shy Honey going up into COVID. So we had some pretty big shows. We played Doug Fir, we played Aladdin, we played at Portland State.
Okay.
And we had some other ones lined up at Holocene, and that one got postponed twice because of COVID, and then it was totally shut down. And so Shy Honey has not played in a year and a half. However, I have this singer-songwriter background, and I had been doing my own stuff for a long time, just solo on the piano.
Yeah.
And those gigs kept going, and I also started the driveway thing. So I put out a bunch of ads on Instagram. And people were just hungry for music, in their driveway. So we would go play people's driveways.
So you just put it on Instagram, and you're like, "Hey, I'll play your driveway."
I made this cute little Instagram video, and
yes.
Hey, I don't know whatever you want to pay. Let's go. Bring your coolers.
Good.
Let's go. And so I just brought up my little sound system, and I would just show up at someone's house, in Southeast Portland, and set up my stuff. And they threw made it a block party almost. They threw a block party, and so their family and friends would come, and they'd sit in their lawns across the street, and we did backyard stuff. All very COVID safe though,
I love that the barge and the jet boats.
The barge was block party.
The cigarette boats, the race boats are out too.
So So COVID was sad though too, because you did miss that really intimate connection that you could get with fans after the show and talking close to their face. I mean, there was that nervousness, oh my God, we're not supposed to talk close. And then right after I'd play it, I'd throw on my mask, So it was very odd. It was awkward. It was surreal. It was Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
We're having this shared intimate musical moment, but also we're not supposed to touch or get close to each other. So it was strange.
Okay, a few things on that.
Yes.
I guess one is in thinking about Shy Honey having this momentum, and then it just 15 years singer-songwriter, and then to have this, maybe talk a little bit about that transition to Shy Honey.
Yeah.
And then it just having to downshift.
Oh my gosh, it was really depressing. I had a really low moment, right when COVID hit, because I just realized all this momentum. And anything you do that's artistic,
especially as a singer, a musician.
Yeah, and the rehearsing, and there's no way to rehearse. With your band inside, when, you're being told, do not congregate, in a room without your pod, with just your pod. So anyway, all this momentum building up, and then it was completely just canceled indefinitely. So, it's releasing singles, having parties, or single release parties, trying to play a show or get on a bill. Because Shy Honey is a band, it's a production. So it's not just we'll play in your backyard. It's we can't. So it was really sad. And we still haven't played.
We got sad.
Hey guys, hey listener, how you feeling out there? Are you crying yet?
I'm I don't know why we talk about it. It's it's a glorious day. But it's important to know, that's where everyone's been, and we're coming out of it. So.
It was really hard. But and honestly, we haven't played yet. So that's still just to be continued. But
do you have any inclination of when it's gonna pop? Or
I think September 22nd we're gonna play at Holocene.
Ooh, fun.
So, but mark
your calendars, everyone.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Okay, so We had Driveway, concerts through COVID.
Yeah.
We're kind of on the other side. Shy Honey's popping up.
Mm-hmm.
We're in this beautiful evening here tonight.
Yeah.
What are you going to sing? What's the song you're going to sing tonight? I'd love to just unpack just a little bit. This is a design kind of podcast, and so maybe just I'd love to hear a little bit about your like songwriting process.
Sure.
Even if it's all over the map.
Sure.
But then maybe if you single out a song,
Yeah.
would love to hear kind of the story behind it and kind of the thought process.
You know, I'm going to debut tonight a brand new song that's never been
fun.
sung called Barely Holding On. And it kind of goes along with, I mean, if you want to talk about the artist process, I think all the artists were barely holding on the last year.
That's a great,
and so it's kind of about, giving yourself a break.
Yeah.
Even if you don't feel like you can, you know, just push on, just let it go. I mean, all those messages about just keep going. I mean, if you're an artist, it's like, how? You know?
There's literally no way for me.
Yeah, like what? You know, where should I go? You know, everything's closed. So
just do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
So it's taking that. It's sort of like taking that message of like just keep going, just keep pushing.
Yeah.
And it's saying I'm just doing my best.
We have the train.
Yeah, there it is.
Thank you, train. We have the barge, the train, the
barge,
boat.
the train.
Nate, how is that going to be? We're fine.
We can.
Train's not a big deal.
I can restate that again.
Yeah, let's start it back over there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so so barely holding on. We are barely holding on right now
to this
moment.
We can wait. Let's wait. Let's wait it out.
Yeah. Drink break. I would be drinking, but I'm going to try to hydrate and then drink after.
Oh, there you go.
You know?
Do you drink and sing?
Yes.
And it helps?
Absolutely. When I do wineries, I love to have some like red wine next to me when I'm drinking or something. If I'm playing a bar, I like whiskey. Right now, it's just so darn hot that I'm like, just water's good.
How about some Gatorade? We'll take some Gatorade.
How about some like vitamin water, iced, please, with a straw? Like, yeah.
But at least you're consistent. You just match wherever you're at, whatever the environment calls for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Tonight, it's an IV.
Tonight's it's straight up IV, like saline right into my arm.
Just get hydrated.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, so we were picking up about the song you're gonna sing tonight.
The song I'm going to sing tonight is Barely Holding On. And we were talking about artists in the pandemic.
Yes.
Obviously, everything shut down. No work. Like, you can't even design anything for anything because there's no festivals. You can't write something for a project because there's no projects. Everything was shifted to, online, and you can only do that so much. And so I felt like as a musician, I was barely holding on. I was having to really pivot in a lot of new ways. And so I think that song sort of just pushes against that message of like, just bulldoze through and just like use your grit and like get, it's like I like you want to do that, but you can't. You just have to hold on. That's all you can do is just survive. Yeah. And so that's what the song's about. And so I kind of channeled that feeling into a song. So, in a way, I turned that frown right upside down.
Tell me it's a line. Tell me, is that a line in the song?
Oh, yeah. I mean, no. Metaphorically, I guess you could pull that motif out somewhere.
I mean, if you could weave that in tonight, that would be...
It's the bridge. It just hasn't written yet. It's like in progress.
That's funny.
Yeah.
There are days I analyze and criticize my every thought. My every fault is like a maze. Oh, I take a step and just regret I went that way. Will I ever change? They say life's what you make it, and they say that it can't break you if you let it go and let it burn and try again. Well, I'm just stuck and all caught up, counting all the ways I've done it wrong, barely holding on. Ooh. Well, there are days I fantasize and live inside of my own dreams, just out of reach, and then I fall apart. Oh, 'cause I can't find the peace of mind to try again. Well, I'm just stuck and all caught up, counting all the ways I've done it wrong, barely holding on. Ooh, barely holding on.
Is there a typical like pattern for you in writing songs, or just as inspiration strikes? Do they build over time? Do you have like a backlog that you'll go visit and like, oh, this song isn't written yet, or is it?
I'm like one of those people who feels like they're like with child with an idea.
Yeah,
like I'm in
totally.
labor with it. And then when it's like ready to be like birthed, that just like happens very
Just goes.
quick.
Oh, I love that.
It's really weird. And sometimes I'll definitely like wrestle with a song for sure. But like most of the time it's like I'm feeling an idea and I'll like have my notes on my iPhone open. I'll just be typing stuff or singing stuff. And then I'll like go to the piano and then like, let's go.
Boom. And piano is weapon of choice.
Weapon of choice, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For Shy Honey as well.
For Shy Honey, I usually build a track in like Pro Tools or something.
Yeah.
We use a lot of electro vibes, loops and synths and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, last. This is it.
Yep.
And then we'll let you go.
All right.
You got to sing.
Yeah.
The shift from singer-songwriter into pop.
Yeah.
Talk to me about why, how.
Yeah. So I spent a lot of my like early music career. I used to live in Nashville.
Okay.
And I was writing a lot, just co-writing, and I was writing a lot of pop music, but then when I would do my own stuff, it kind of landed in this sort of singer-songwriter area. So I was like, why am I like writing tons of pop and not actually singing this stuff?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I was like, I need an outlet, like a creative outlet that I can be writing the stuff that I feel like I'm maybe best at writing and then also be able to perform it. And so that's when Shy Honey was kind of birthed, is like, we need an avenue to like do these songs that are
so fun,
that I'm writing, you know, and or I'll write with someone and it wouldn't get used, and I'd be like, what? Okay, why am I writing this stuff? It's just sitting there, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what Shy Honey is kind of for, is like a chance to sort of like do something different and do something that I feel like I enjoy. It's a little upbeat, you know, it's a little
upbeat.
dancey.
Okay, that reminds me.
Yeah.
Prom night desperation.
Yes.
That's like one of the best descriptions I've ever heard.
You know it because you've been there.
Hey, you don't know that.
You don't know me.
You don't know me. I mean, you don't know my prom.
Yeah, so it's an electro kind of throwback vibe. There's a lot of like sounds from the 80s and early 90s. Reckless is kind of disco-y.
Cool.
Kind of like a Pharrell mixed with like disco. I mean, it is. We use a lot of like vintage sounds in Shy Honey. But yeah, those big drums with like tons of verb on them.
Yeah.
Just like
so fun.
You're just transported back
it's
to
so
like prom
fun.
night, and you're just like, I want to dance with that person right there, but I'm too scared.
I can't. So close.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for talking to us.
Yeah, man. For
so
sure.
fun.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great night.
I think it'll be fun, and it's cooling down, so.
It is cooling down.
Yeah.
It's gonna be perfect.
It will be. And that barge is gone now.
And the barge and the train. Finally.
Yeah. They're in a race. I think the barge won.
And that's a wrap.
And that's
a wrap. We're good. Thank you so much.
Yes.